Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we're checking out a new company, Hot Knives. I don't think I've ever checked out anything from them. I kind of thought at first that maybe it was O-Knife making these. I'm not sure. I know I kept saying to O-Knife to stop using the logo that they were. I said because it looked like, what was it? Oh man, Hot Wheels. It looked like Hot Wheels, you know, the little cars. And then I'm not sure if this had anything to do with it, but maybe it was like Hot Wheels. What about Hot Knives? I don't know. I just thought of that when I looked at it. I don't know if that's the OEM here. I have no idea, but I will say these are extremely slicey. I'm talking about extremely slicey. This one's name, I don't know the name of these. They don't put names. They should have. Not a big deal. But this one has a drop point blade with a full flat grind coating and beautiful sharp control and plunge grind, especially with the thin geometry. This is so thin, man. I'm going to measure it. We'll get to that in 1 second. So let's see here. 84 thousandths. 83 thousandths in the thickest area. That's like a route where you'll be cutting behind it. That's so thin, man. That's so thin. This means this is going to be a slicer. And then 13 thousandths behind the edge with their edge angle. So that's really good, man. Holy cow, that's really nice. That is going to be a mega slicer. So let's talk about everything else. The handle. Well, first off, this is almost non-existent. It is so lightweight. Like, I mean, just extraordinarily light, like very light. It is a G10 handle with what looks like they did the carbon fiber sticker over the top of G10 and then machined them, so you'll get, you know, the top layer of carbon fiber and then underneath is G10. It is real carbon fiber that they put over the G10. I just typically prefer give me G10 or carbon fiber. This one doesn't look too bad because I can tell this is actually real carbon fiber that they stickered over the G10. There is no liners except for the little tiny spot right here for the bearings and the locking system. It does have studs and a hole deployment. So you got the reverse flick and the studs. The detent on this, or what acts as the detent, it's good. It's not bad at all. It's not adjustable, but it's solid. Rapid deployment. You have no texturing on the crossbar, but it actually, because of the holes inside the middle of it, it actually feels pretty grippy. It's not bad. Let's check the lockup. Lockup's good. The only thing is, man, I can really flex it because it's so thin, but there's benefits to that, right? Yes, it's not going to be a tough knife, but it will be very slicey. This will be something that potentially could stay sharp for a very long time. 14C 28M blade steel is a very tough steel, and it does extremely well with thin geometry. It was actually kind of created for super thin geometry like this. So they got the right steel for the geometry. Deep carry clip that's not reversible, which is a downfall on their end because this is an ambidextrous knife. Lefties, sorry, they did not give you a clip, but this is such a good example of where they should have. This is a straightforward clip. It would have been nothing for them to put the two holes here and make it be able to flip over to the other side, considering the clip it is. Ergonomics are good, no problem. I do feel the clip if I move back, but you know, if I'm choked up into where I want to be, it's very comfortable. Not too thick, not too broad. The edges are nicely knocked down. All in all, I like it quite a bit, man. The only thing, T6s, I wish there was T8s. Now, it's a very affordable knife, I'm sure, so I don't want to complain about it too much. Reversible clip, that they lost 10% of their sales right there. But all in all, man, I will say this thing's pretty damn cool for a light duty knife. Now, I want to show you guys something right here. I want to show you guys something really quick from Titanium. Now, I showed this one in a video before. This is their new version. Now, there is a Kickstarter open on this. I like this one 10 times better. Obviously it's bigger, you know, and that would probably be the reason why, because it's great. It's good. You know, there's, you know, it's nice having the small little keychain one like this, and it does have a little diamond file right there, glass breaker right there. But this one is like the perfect size for a keychain. Obviously it's much bigger, so, you know, if it's on your keys, it's going to be, you know, a little bit heavier, but I mean, it is made of titanium, has a little measuring device. You got the, well, if you have this all the way down, it does have a glass breaker right there, and I believe that is carbide. Then you have a bottle opener right there, and you got a little nail puller right there. But more importantly, you got a little wrench. I couldn't tell you how many times I've ran into where, you know, I just need a small wrench, and, you know, typically if you have a multi-tool on you, you'll be okay. But even like with a multi-tool, sometimes, like, you know, unscrewing the thing you're trying to do, you don't want to damage the edges or nothing. This will keep it nice and clean. It does have a bit driver in this one, unlike the other one. The other one did not have the bit driver. So right here, you got a little bit, just like that in the jaws. You just open it up and kind of angle and put it in. Then you can use it as a little driver if you need to. I know it's not, you know, the coolest, and, you know, getting little flat ones like these, I'm not sure how it would be. You know, let me try another one real quick. I grabbed a couple different bits. I want to see how these fit in there. This is something I haven't really tried. I haven't used it as a driver, to be honest. But hey, that works. Yeah. This little hook right there actually works really well. Let's try a bigger one. Put the corner in there. Absolutely. Bang. So, you know, it's obviously an improvised tool, but hey, man, it does work. I typically have a driver on me, but you never know, you know, and if you have this on you, your keychain, and you do have the T8 and T6, you're already prepared. Nice little spot to hang it from your keys or wherever you want to. It has a nice brushed finish that I really like. And you can see right here, we have different sizes, and there's a little ceramic ball, might be hard to pick up, that's the indicator, which I also thought was pretty cool. And, you know, you got other measuring right there. Now, I'm not sure what it goes up to. Let's see. So this would be, well, we're at 1.25 inches right now. I see it goes up to 2 inches as far as this goes, but I wonder if you can measure from here to here. That's something I don't know if you can or not. With it all the way open, you do have a 2-inch wide gap. Let's measure it really quick, and it is right on the money. Make sure I got it all the way open. So yeah, right on the money. Very cool. And that would be the inside of this, not the top, obviously. This does have, you know, it's fairly narrow, so that would work. You know, you could even use it as a little scraping tool, I guess. But it's obviously just a convenience tool to have. And I think a lot of us, you know, that have, you know, little pocket tools, whether it's a flashlight, a mini pry bar, or pocket knives, or multi-tools, having a little wrench on you is a valuable little tool. And the day when it does come in hand and you do need to use it, you're gonna be so thankful you have it on you. Really quick, now like I said, they do have the tiny one too. This is cool, but the jaws are not gonna be nowhere near as strong as something like this. Now, a couple other things I've been checking out. They have this ruler, and it has a little pen. Oh, if I can get it out. It has a little pen that you can use. Now, my magnet did fall out. I did have to super glue it back in. Not a big deal. I'm not really worried about it. It does have spots for tritium. I have not put that in there. And it's just obviously a little measuring device. But I was using it for my knife designs. So I did get a bunch of stencils and stuff like that. But, you know, as far as making straight edges and measuring one side to the other and things like that, this is a nice little tool. It's made of titanium and copper. So you guys know I love that about it. It does have a magnet which holds it, you know, in, but it's not like a super strong magnet, but it does hold it. And, you know, it's obviously just another little convenience tool. Another cool little tool from Titaner is this titanium razor. Now, this is pretty cool how they have this ceramic ball right there. And now all you do is just push the button. Oh, and by the way, I did put tritium in there. I was so happy to see that I had tritium vials that fit something. I have a bunch more spots here and here to fill. So we'll have to get those. But anyway, so when you want to open it, you don't just hold this and start tugging. You just push it and then move it just a little bit. And then right there, you have level 1. Then you just push it, level 2, and if you want to pop it out, push it again, and then pop it out. So I was making a mistake before by holding the button. You don't do that. So right there, pop it in. Now I'm going to push it back. Now, so you just basically push the button and start moving it. You don't want to hold the button and try to move it. That will get you caught up. We have a little pry bar, little bottle opener. This looks like a Damascus blade, but in reality, it's a laser etched blade. But hey, I thought it was cool. I'm not sure. I can't remember what this is, but I don't think it matters. Just a spot for a lanyard or something. But I think it looks cool. And you guys know I'm a titanium whore, so I like to have pretty much everything in titanium if I can. You know, there are times where I like, you know, a brass or a copper or EDC, or maybe a combination or a carbon fiber. But titanium's definitely my number one. There's just so much you could do with it, so many different finishes, and I love metal because, you know, just it's more tool-like. Of course, I like the other stuff too, you know, especially just depending on what you're wearing and carrying for the day. So check out the Kickstarter for this if you want to possibly get one. I'll have everything linked down in the description. Okay, after checking that out, let's check out the next knife. Again, do not know the name. Oh, this one's the Pathfinder. This one has a name, the Pathfinder. Okay, cool. So we have the Pathfinder here. This reminds me just a little bit of this guy. So if you're looking for a budget version or a very, very, very affordable version of this knife, of this Benchmade model, then there you go. This one is a really cool model. I do like this quite a bit. Awesome, awesome knife. And you know, a lot of knives are going to have the same design because it is a design that is very desirable. A clip point blade. This one is, again, full flat grind, super slicey. Once again, blade stock thickness, same 83 thousandths, right on the money. Edge thickness. Ooh, this one's even thinner than the other one. Wow, 10 thousandths. And with their edge angle, so super duper slicey. Then we have a tapering handle, which I do appreciate. Oh yeah, by the way, this is 14C28M blade steel. Again, great steel for the geometry. But I like how it goes from narrow to a little bit wider. Not like dramatic, but that is exactly how a hand, I think, likes a knife in many cases. This does have not a hard corner or hard edge, but it does round over right there. It's not uncomfortable, but I do feel it. And yeah, but it's comfortable. It's a very comfortable knife. The crossbar lock, again, is just this little tiny steel liners up there, so it makes it very, very, very lightweight. Once again, a little bit more forward heavy on this one, but still great balance. Clip is the same clip. Again, they didn't reverse it, but this one is inset with flat screws. That's cool. Did they do it? Nope, they didn't do that on this one. So this was a good idea. Great clip, by the way. This clip's going to work great for, you know, a budget knife. It's not the most beautiful clip, but it doesn't need to be for a price tag like this. G10 backspacer. Great thumb stud action. It does have nice texture on the thumb studs. They're placed in a great spot for both the reverse and thumb flick. The action is good. Detent, or what acts as the detent, is also very well done. Same crossbar lock. You got the round holes in there instead of texture. That does work good. So no problems there. It is drop shut, and it is riding on bearings. Very lightweight though, like I said. So rock solid lockup. Just, you know, you got flex because it's so light. That stop pin is not going to hit anything. It is literally just for stabilization between the scales. Yeah, very, very cool. The G10 is slightly contoured, which is going to help too. I like it, man. I think these are pretty cool. I mean, for very affordable knives. Now, I wouldn't, obviously, this is, you know, I don't want to say throwaway knife. This is a knife, obviously, that's a beater, right? This is a user. This is something that, which all knives are users, obviously. Some knives, you know, you don't care about as much as other ones, meaning, you know, if you lost it, dropped it, broke it, it's not that big of a deal. Negatives for this one really quick. Plunge grind sharpening choil could be a lot better. I wish it was more like this one, where the end of the plunge grind was away from the edge. You have tons of life to sharpen off of this one. This one, you will hit the plunge grind right away. Not that big of a deal. You can see the bearings very easily in there. Anyways, T6 hardware. I wish they were T8s all the way. There's a lot of hardware too, by the way. Tons of hardware. I don't really care about that. The logo on the handle, you know, I'm not mad at it, whatever. But, you know, because of the knife it is, I would say that Hot Knives sounds gas station-y, but it also doesn't. Like, I don't know. Not that big of a deal to me. It's not like it's just like stamped across the blade. Hot Knives, you know, so I'm okay with it. The only other negative is reversible clip. I wish it had a reversible clip for lefties, so that, you know, they would have 10% more people interested in it. All in all, these are really solid. These are very cool knives. Like I said, super affordable. Something you could take to a job site. I could see this one as a great hunting knife. Both of these as a great hunting knife. Something you could use for skinning and whatever, and not worry about, you know, if you destroy it and or a work knife, you just don't want to be tough on them. They're super slicey. So these are going to be cutters, not pry bars. So there you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.